And a good afternoon from Warren Wilson College on a 78-degree, partly cloudy afternoon at soccer time today on the Owl Sports Network. Today, the Pikeville Bears come to town to take on your Warren Wilson Owls. Hi, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here on this beautiful start to October. Pikeville, the NAI Mid-South members come in at 6-1-0. Warren Wilson coming in at 3-3-0. Let's meet the starting lineups. We'll start with the Pikeville Bears. The keeper, number 26, Caitlin Hunt, a freshman 5'8" from Belfry, Kentucky. Also starting for the Bears this afternoon, number 4, Bethany Earp, a sophomore 5'4" from Florence, Kentucky. Number 9, Eleanor Hollingsworth, a 5'6" senior from Versailles, Kentucky. Number 13, Kayla Scott, a 5'7" senior from Florence, Kentucky. Number 14, Megan Cook, a 5'7" junior from Milford, Ohio. Number 15, Jocelyn Davis, 5'9" senior from Florence, Kentucky. Number 21, Jasmine Davis, 5'7" junior from Florence, Kentucky. Number 22, Abby Hellwig, a 5'6" freshman from Richmond, Kentucky. Number 27, Caitlin Abden, a 5'6" junior from Florence, Kentucky. Number 32, Elisa Lopez, a 5'9" senior from Brazil. And number 33, Olivia Gibson, a 5'6" senior from Lexington, Kentucky. And now the starters for your Warren Wilson Owls today. The keeper, number 0, Kendra Orions, a senior from Rayford, North Carolina. Also starting for the Owls today, number 2, Micah Dickinson. Number 8, Georgia Ackerman. Number 10, Kat Camara. Number 13, Whitney Brotherton. Number 16, Marley Fisher. Number 18, Melissa Romeo. Number 19, Fonda Heenahan. Number 20, Bianca Canizio. And number 26, Maureen Grubb, rounds out the starting lineups for your Warren Wilson Owls here this afternoon. So the Owls returning home. They played Pikeville 5-6 days ago, in Kentucky and beat them in extra time 3-2. It was a foul in the box on Melissa Romeo. Marissa was able to convert on the penalty kick, and Marissa was able to give her team a 3-2 advantage and a victory over the Pikeville Bears. And for Pikeville, it's their only loss of the season. Head coach Gary Warford, in his 4th season, has really built the club up, and we'll talk more about the Bears as the day goes along. Meanwhile, Stacy Enos in her 14th season, Lydia Vandenberg, the associate head coach, in her 4th. They have some additions. Number 2, Micah Dickinson, playing for the first time here at home, as is Whitney Brotherton. And Coach Enos told me before the game to look out for Whitney Brotherton, so we'll keep an eye on her today as she makes her first home start. It is the 2nd home game for Warren Wilson. Come in with a record of 3-2 on the road. Not too shabby considering the start to the season, having to play 5 of their first 6 on the road. Of course, the last time they were here, they lost to Salem College. In that game, Claire Williams had to leave with a concussion. That's why Orions is in front of the nets here today as the Owls take the pitch. Pikeville already out there and ready to go. So Pikeville, you see them in their huddle in their road dark orange, and the Owls are in the home white. And the Owls will possess first here this afternoon. We're about 10 minutes late, folks, because the bus got stuck. Pikeville's bus couldn't make that wide turn coming into Warren Wilson College. And I apologize for laughing, but their coach is really mad about that. And it was an interesting conversation with him before the game. Coach Warford, we've all been there before. As we're underway with Warren Wilson possessing first. Romeo with the ball too far forward, though, giving it a run over on the far side is Dickinson, and it'll be cleared by the defender for the Bears. And it'll stay in play over on the far side of your screen. Dickinson, it's cleared again by Pikeville. So here comes the Bears. The Bears outshot Warren Wilson in their first meeting by a margin of, I believe it was 22-4, and lost the game. So Pikeville looking for a little bit of revenge here against the Owls, as we have our first throw-in upcoming, and it'll belong to the Bears. So Pikeville trying to get it into the box, crosses it in, And Orion's left the net open, and it rolls into the back of the net. So a ugly start there on defense for the Owls as Pikeville takes the lead. And I'm trying to see who the number was for Pikeville. I believe it was number 11. Well, that can't be right. Number 11 didn't start. Folks, I can barely see the Pikeville numbers, as is often the case. It's number 21, so it's Jasmine Davis who scored the goal. For Davis, that's her first goal of the season, and it comes in the first minute. So Jasmine Davis scores her fourth of the season, and just like that, Pikeville leading it 1-0. So speaking of taking advantage of opportunities, there is one for the Bears that they do convert on. A lot of missed chances in the first game. So far, they're 1 for 1. Marley, now Bianca Canizio, turns on, got some room. She's also got Dickinson over on the far side of your screen. Dickinson outside the box being hounded by the Bears defender, and it goes out of play. So it'll be a throw-in, and Brotherton will take it. But first we have Canizio, who's down. Canizio got bumped as she was making the pass, but she's all right. Gets up, and we're set to go again. Brotherton, good throw, headed by Grubb in the box, and cleared by the defenders for Pikeville. There's Jasmine Davis on the header over on the near side. Hellwig went back to the defender, Earp, I believe. And that was cleared back. Correction, it's Cook. Cook trying to make a play on the ball there, deflected it off of Sydney Grange. So here in the third minute, the Bears leading it 1-0. Canizio trying to make something happen with it. Kerr with the header. Hellwig. Cook. And Cook watches it go out of play. So it'll be a throw-in for Warren Wilson. Brotherton will throw. That'll be cleared out. And another throw up coming for Warren Wilson. Ball into the box. Jocelyn Davis. In a battle crossed by Grange. Ball still alive. Over on the far side, Earp and Grubb battling. Maureen Grubb passing back to Camara. Camara plays it back. Marley Fisher, ball into the box. Canizio, and that'll be cleared back. So the first corner belongs to the Owls here in the fourth minute. 1-0 in favor of Pikeville. And Romeo will jog out to the far side of your screen and take the corner kick. Romeo, corner kick into the box, and that goes over everybody's head. Long run. It'll be Pikeville to get there first. Jasmine Davis. Davis with the ball. That's headed by Fisher. Earp. Earp battling with Dickinson. Dickinson chasing it down now on the far side. It goes back to Earp. And is Hollingsworth, the midfielder, over on the far side now. Pikeville with the ball. Ackerman trying to disrupt things. Does so, and it goes out of play. It'll be a Bears throw here in the fifth minute. Throw into the box. Brotherton is there, though, and she wins it. Nice move there by the Owls newcomer, the freshman. Although the pass goes awry, and Hollingsworth wins it back. Earp. I'm not sure that's what she wanted to do. Here's the counterattack now for Warren Wilson. Canizio runs into Davis. Fisher. Ball at center circle now. And Sydney Grange wins it. Sliding in, making the play. Cook. Hellwig now. Hellwig with the ball down the near side of the screen. Getting there first will be Romeo. Davis with the clear. And that will be a foul called on Grubb. So free kick upcoming for Pikeville here in the 6th minute. So Warren Wilson back at home. In fact, their next 4, including this game, will be at home as they take on West Virginia Tech Saturday at 1, and then Patrick Henry on Tuesday at 3 p.m. before homecoming the Saturday after that. Heenahan trying to make something happen with it. Jasmine Davis, who scored the first goal. Hellwig, good defense there by the Owls. Grubb trying to run it down. Jocelyn Davis trying to hold her off. Davis able to keep possession. Brotherton, ball into the box. Davis again is there. Canizio coming from behind at center circle. There's Kat Camara, ball deflected on the pass attempt. Canizio, and it'll be cleared out by the Bears. Hellwig. So a throw up coming for Warren Wilson here in the 7th minute, 1-0 Pikeville. Throw into the box. Davis again is there. Canizio, now Grange. Back to Brotherton. Brotherton crosses it into the box. Again, Davis able to clear. So Jocelyn Davis, now Jasmine Davis. And that was a pass from Hellwig, but it goes over the line, so another throw-up coming for Warren Wilson here. Well, we've called Davis's name out a lot. It's a touch there now. Ball to Abden over on the far side. Romeo, there's a shot taken, but it'll be short of the post and go out for a goal kick. So Oriens gets the start today. So far in 2014 in a game and a half, or maybe a game and a quarter, depending on how much time she came in that game against Salem. 0.96 goals against average, made 7 saves so far this year, and 88% of the shots that she has faced, she has stopped. So Oriens, more than capable replacement for Claire Williams. Both keepers actually came to talk to me before the game because I've been saying all season long that during the preseason they were in a competition for the starting spot, and both keepers came at me with baseball bats and said, "Hey, idiot, that's not what they did." Now, don't call them up and tell them not to do that. That's not. I'm just joking. But what they did say was that there was never a competition. Free kick, ball into the box. Brotherton had a play on it. Cook will clear. At least I believe she will clear. So they said there was never a competition. Oriens decided in her senior year she wanted to play up front since they were so close and in terms of talent at the keeper spot. That was the agreed upon thing. Well, I talked to Stacy Enos about that, and she said no, there was a competition. But after they decided that, that's when they make the play. Ball bounces into the box, and Hunt, the keeper for the Bears, makes the play. So Hunt makes the play. Hunt getting the start today for Pikeville. They have a couple of talented keepers of their own. Grange on the deflection. Now Hunt's going to have to come to the top of the box, and she does so in time. So it depends on who you talk to. If you talk to the head coach of the Warren Wilson Owls, there was a competition, but that competition was called off when both players decided that Williams would start and Oriens would play up front in the striker position. I don't know. Something fishy going on there. What are the odds I get a Facebook message about this later on? Ball into the box now. That ball deflected, almost a handball there, headed by Canizio. Trying to run it down is Brotherton. Davis again is there. Earp has moved over to the left side. On the 1-2, Jasmine Davis looking for Hellwig, but too far forward, and it goes out of play. The other good thing, I talked to Claire about her concussion, and she's feeling much better. She looked pretty good. She said hopefully Saturday she'll be able to get back out there. Of course, with concussions, you got to be really careful. Good ball by Pikeville there. Jasmine Davis with the ball, but good defense by Marley Fisher. Then Fisher fell down. And that ball's going to go over the crossbar. Folks, on the far side of your screen, it's a little hard to see the numbers, so apologies if I'm not calling out the Pikeville Bears players. I can't see their jerseys from here. We'll get them on this side, though, in the next half, so don't worry. All right, folks, we're back. Pikeville with possession here in the 11th minute. The Bears over on the far side trying to make something happen. Bianca Canizio splits the defense. Had that deflected. That's Cook for Pikeville. And that'll be cleared by Warren Wilson, so a throw-in upcoming over on the far side. Ackerman again with the clear for Warren Wilson. So to finish that thought up again, Williams hopes to be back on Saturday, but with concussions, you really do have to take every precaution, especially in this sport. Pikeville, ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw for the Owls now over on the far side of your screen. So that will be coming up here in the 12th minute. Pikeville won it back, but Fisher able to clear, so now Pikeville will throw it in. Lopes, I believe, had possession over on the far side for Pikeville. Here's Earp now. Brotherton. Canizio looking to go back to Brotherton. Brotherton with a header. Jocelyn Davis is the only one there. Davis, couple of nice moves as Canizio was hounding her a little bit. Over on the far side now, Gibson on the right side of center circle with the ball. Fisher. Dickinson. Now it goes back to the keeper, Hunt. The usual starter for Pikeville is Chelsea Schlut. Schlut is 18th in the NAIA with a 0.60 goals against average. But she is not in the lineup today, at least not starting. Getting the start, Caitlin Hunt. Hunt's been pretty good herself. Now here's trouble. The onside flag, or the offside flag is down. This is an onside play. Oh, almost an opportunity for Gibson. Gibson gets it back. Romeo unable to clear. Gibson falls down. Now a shot, but it's short of the post. And it'll go behind for a goal kick. So to finish that thought, Caitlin Hunt getting the start today. She's played in 3 of the 7 games, 1.50 goals against average. And she's stopped 77% of the shots that she's faced this year. So 4 very good keepers on both of these teams. You have Orions and Williams for the Owls, and Schlut and Hunt. Over on the far side, I believe it's Lopes and Ackerman. And that's deflected off of the Bears, so Ackerman will get a throw. We're in the 15th minute. Pikeville scored right away in the first minute. Orions came out of the box. The ball was deflected, and Jasmine Davis put it in the back of the net for her 4th goal of the season. Again, that was in the first minute. Owls have shown signs, though. They definitely look like they have a goal in them here today. Foul is called there in the high kick, so a free kick now upcoming for Warren Wilson, and Marissa Romeo will take it. Romeo a goal this season. She scored the game winner against Pikeville on a penalty kick in extra time. That, I believe, was Brotherton trying to make a play on it. And it's cleared by Pikeville. Jasmine Davis gave it a run. It was cleared. Now Kat Camara, far side of center circle. Again, Pikeville able to win it back. Pikeville had the shot advantage in the first meeting last week. Good run over on the far side. Pikeville now near the top of the box, trying to keep possession alive now as they pass it back. Gibson went around Ackerman. Romeo deflects it, and Pikeville will have their first corner here in the 16th minute. So corner kick upcoming. Ball into the box. It's headed, and it goes into the back of the net, and I believe it's Jasmine Davis again. Davis in the 17th minute. Converts for the second time here this afternoon, and I want to make sure I have this right. It is 21. It's Jasmine Davis. So Davis had 3 goals in 7 games coming into play. She has 2 goals here in the first 17 minutes of action here today. So Davis on the header. Canizio now trying to counter quickly. And that goes behind. It'll be a corner kick. So opportunity for the Owls now to try to regroup here. Shell-shocked maybe a little bit, down 2-0. So Romeo will take the corner. And that ball's cleared out by the other Davis. Over on the far side, it's Pikeville looking to counter. And a good run by the Bears. 2-on-1 now. The shot is taken, and it bounces and goes into the back of the net. So another goal scored. And I'm trying to see the number of who that player was. Yeah. See if you can spot the number for me, and I can tell you who it was. Turn around. Well, folks, soccer jerseys are just hell on earth for broadcasters, and I don't know who that was. That's just all there is to it. But it's 3-0 Pikeville, and Pikeville seeking some revenge here against Warren Wilson after that Owls victory last week. It is all Bears here this afternoon. So a goal in the 17th minute, now a goal in the 18th minute. Now we'll check on halftime. If we can't figure it out before the half, we'll check at halftime and let you know who scored that goal. Foul is called, so the Owls will get a free kick. It is 27. Finally, we got the number. So Caitlin Abden, well, we should have known that. Caitlin Abden, that's her 6th goal of the season. Abden now in her career has 8 goals. We have an injured Pikeville Bear, so while they attend to the player, I'm going to give Caitlin Abden her due because she's pretty darn good. And I didn't see her there over on the far side. Abden, her 6 shots per game is 8th in the NAIA. She averages just under 3 shots on goal per game. That's 10th in the NAIA, and now her 6th goal of the season as she blew by the Owls defense there, and it's all Pikeville here. 3-0, 27 minutes left here in the first half. Well, folks, a couple of reminders while we have an injury stoppage. You can get up-to-date news schedule, stats, and more on WarrenWilsonOwls.com, so be sure to check out the website as often as you can. And a reminder, our next broadcast coming up, it's a doubleheader on Saturday. Starting at 1 p.m., the women take on West Virginia Institute of Technology, or West Virginia Tech. That'll be at 1 p.m. Then the men battle another NAIA program, the Point Skyhawks. That'll be at 3 p.m. So we will broadcast both of those games for you on the Owl Sports Network. Again, that'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock and then again at 3 o'clock. And don't forget, folks, you can follow Warren Wilson Athletics on Twitter at WWC Athletics. You can tweet to us during the broadcast as well. I check those at halftime. And also, you can be friends with us on Facebook. Search Warren Wilson Owls and become our friend today on Facebook. Well, they're still attending to the injured Bear over on the far sideline. Romeo takes the free kick and then a handball by Canizio. So another free kick, this time taken by the Bears, taken quickly. 19th minute, Canizio coming from behind to win it back. That was Ruiz who lost it. Camaro with the ball, headed by Dickinson over on the far side. Again, the defense is able to hold for Pikeville. Left at center circle, Abden. Ackerman now. Camara. It'll be a long run for Dickinson. She won't get there in time. It'll be deflected off of her, and it'll be a throw for Pikeville. 20th minute, 3-0 Bears. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk Owls swimming with swimming captain Nick Hoffman. He and I compare hair length. So it's a hard-hitting journalistic piece, folks. Stick around at halftime. Nick Hoffman joins me. Leg hair, too. It's not regular hair. You have to see it to believe it. That's cleared as the Owls win possession back. Brotherton will throw it in now. Warren Wilson trying to get something going here on this end. Struggling here today. At home down 3-0. Brotherton's going to come out. You saw the confused look on her face, so Dickinson will throw it in. And I think Weaver came on. Alicia Weaver. Canizio into the box, and picking it up was Hunt. So no harm done there if you're a Pikeville fan. So Weaver makes her first appearance on the afternoon as Romeo clears and stalls the counterattack. Georgia Ackerman now. Romeo. That ball headed by Earp. It'll go back to the keeper, Hunt, and Hunt will pick it up. Grubb. Camara. And Camara's ball goes right to Jocelyn Davis. Over on the far side, here comes trouble again. It's Caitlin Abden. Abden, good ball into the box, but no trouble for Oriens there as she makes a play on it. Over on the far side again, Canizio trying for the counter. Canizio, is she going to be able to keep it in play? She does. Puts it into the box, but on a couple of hops, Hunt is there and able to make a play on it. We talked about Caitlin Abden. She leads the team with 6 goals. Jasmine Davis has moved right behind her with her 2 today. She has 5. Olivia Gibson has 4 on the season. the surprise, Kayla Scott, in 7 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. And under most circumstances, you would take that, but Scott in her career has 23 goals and 2 assists. She had 10 in 2013. So she's been quiet, but she hasn't really been needed as much this year as well, because Pikeville has had a tremendous start. 6-1-0 on the year. They won 7 games all of last year. They won 5 in 2012 and 6 in 2011. That was Gary Warford's first year. Grubb with 2 defenders on her. Her pass deflected. And it's won again by the Bears. Bad ball, though, over on the far side. That goes out of play, so Warren Wilson will get a throw. Mentioned, a little tongue-in-cheek, Gary Warford was a little cranky in the lead-up to this game after the bus got stuck. They were late arriving, and you folks who know coaches or have been around coaches, they don't like to be taken out of their rhythm. I tried to get him to lighten up, but he was not having it. I wonder how Coach is feeling right now. Up 3-0 here in the 24th minute. Owls, though, trying to make something happen. Here is Marley Fisher with the ball. Again, Earp is there. Camara trying to keep it alive. It was deflected by a defender. Good ball over on the far side. Weaver trying to hold off the attacking player for the Bears. Quick throw. Abden. Abden goes around the defender. Abden fires it. Oh, beautiful save by Orions. Punches it out. And it will be a corner kick, which Abden will take. So Abden will take the corner here in the 25th minute. Abden does have 1 assist on the season. Abden came into the game 42 shots in 7 games. The corner is hit, but too strong. And that'll go out over the crossbar for a goal kick. We're going to have a sub coming on for Warren Wilson. We'll tell you about here in a second. Dickinson is going to come out. And coming on is Rachel Kerr. So the junior from Wisconsin making her first appearance this afternoon here in the 25th minute. As I mentioned, the Owls welcoming a couple of new players to the team. We've seen Dickinson and Brotherton. Late additions to the roster as we roll here in game number 7, first day of October. It was 78 degrees at the start. Saturday's game, the temperature, the high for that day is supposed to be 60. And the low is expected to be in the 30s. So we're going to really cool things down in between broadcasts here in Western North Carolina as fall will come and say hello this weekend. Sidney Grange and Kerr. Kerr with the ball back to Heenahan. Heenahan surveys. Now Sidney Grange trying to make something happen, and it'll be cleared as Earp right into a fan's face, I believe. Canizio. Canizio now. Oh, Davis holds again, able to clear. Trying to make something happen. Are the Owls trying to get it going here. 26th minute now, less than 20 to go. Abden, good ball down the far side. Cross into the box. That's headed up, I believe. Lopes got the header. Owls able to clear, though. Can they counter? Sidney Grange headed back by the defender there. Battle for it now, Camara and Abden. Ball deflected. Camara plays it forward on the near side, but that's going to roll out of play, and it'll be a throw for Abby Hellwig and the Pikeville Bears. Earp plays it back now. Abden. Marley Fisher trying to disrupt her. Good defense that time by Weaver. Ball goes out of play. It'll be thrown in by the Bears. Last touch by the Owls, they say. 17:47 to go here in the half. Camara turns up the intensity, coming to help. I believe Grubb with the ball. Canizio tries to keep it in play, but it goes over the line, and it'll be a throw for the Bears. That was Grubb with the ball. Just a little too much on it, though. Kerr plays it out off of the deflection. Again, stick around at halftime. We're going to talk Owls swimming with Nick Hoffman, one of the captains for the Warren Wilson Owls swimming team. They're doing some open water stuff this year. We're going to broadcast our first and unfortunately our last swimming event coming up in November. Swimming will take on King College. We're going to broadcast that. Another throw for the Bears. Over on the far side. Pikeville had a sub come in. And I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and say it's... Actually, I'm not going to say who it is because I'm not real sure. I think Tika Shaw, but I could be wrong. Throw by the Bears. That ball over on the far side. Will it stay in play? It will not. Goal kick upcoming. 30th minute now, 3-0 Pikeville. If you're just joining us, Pikeville scored in the first minute. Ball deflected, and Jasmine Davis scored her 4th of the season. Davis would add one in the 17th minute, scored her 5th in the season. There's a ball into the box, but Orions will watch it go for a goal kick. And then Caitlin Abden in the 18th minute scored her 6th of the year. Owls have had a few opportunities, but they've been limited. The sub was Ashley McDowell, the freshman from Grayson, Kentucky. So that's who's on for Pikeville, as you see her on your screen. Throw for Pikeville. Goes to McDowell. McDowell tried for the cross. Ackerman makes the nice defensive play. Now the ball deflected as Heenahan tried to play it forward. So a throw up coming for Heenahan and the Owls here in the 31st minute. Kerr clears it, or Kerr couldn't get a handle on it as it goes over the line. We're going to get another sub for the Bears. I'm going to try to stay on top of this one. Hellwig's going to come out. And I believe it's Hollingsworth who will come back in. Correction, that's Emma Wan. So Wan, the sophomore from Ashland, Kentucky, is on for Pikeville here in the 32nd minute. Fisher. Canizio from Castro at center circle. Or from Grubb, excuse me. Heenahan running up to win it back was Jasmine Davis, but the Owls recoup and now win a throw. Now, if the Owls can get a goal here before the half, get a little momentum on their side. Grange, oh, beautiful to Canizio. Bianca into the box now. Canizio goes around Lopes, fires the shot, but it's right at Hunt, who makes the save. So opportunity missed for the Owls that time. Now the counterattack, it's Juan on the near side. Heenahan battling with her. Grange. Rachel Kerr trying to chase it down. Lopes able to clear it down the far side. Marley Fisher now with an opportunity. That ball is headed by Lopes. Camara heads it right back. Cook over on the far side for the Bears. It's 14 against 14 as Cook and Kerr battle for it. That ball deflected out of play. And they say it goes off of Fisher, so a throw up coming now. Counterattack now, ball into the box. Juan trying to get there, has two defenders on her. McDowell was also making a play, and it's cleared by the Owls. '34th minute, 3-0 Pikeville. Cross into the box, and Heenahan holds off the attacking player, watches it go for a goal kick. Well, don't forget, folks, you can subscribe to the Owls YouTube channel, and you can get text alerts and reminders about when our next game will be. You can set those yourself. Coming up on Thursday, we're going to release our fall and winter broadcast schedule. We'll have close to 60 broadcasts this year, 39 basketball games, and we'll also have a swimming event and a couple of other things coming up this fall and winter. So that'll be announced on Thursday. Stick around for that. Camara tried to play it to Grange, but too much mustard on it, and it'll be a throw for Earp as it goes out of play. Heenahan, first one to get to it. Oh, Heenahan got pushed by Juan, and it'll be a free kick. Now we're going to see a card come out. I think just a talking to. Wasn't that egregious, but it is an opportunity here for the Owls. Now off the set piece. And Marissa Romeo, good free kick into the box. Canizio tried to get there. It's cleared, and it'll be a throw for Wilson. Owls, good start to the season at 3-3. They're 16th in the USCAA. They had the first coaches poll come out on Friday, and the Owls are 16th in the country. I'm not sure. Camara with a header off of the bad clear, and that woke Hunt up, if nothing else. Hunt had to come over and make a play on it. Good effort there by Camara. Ackerman. And nobody's home on the far side as that will roll out of play. It'll be a throw for Pikeville. So the Owls are 16th ranked team in the country. They're going to play West Virginia Tech on Saturday. West Virginia Tech, I believe, is ahead of the Owls. West Virginia Tech is something like 1-5-2, and they're like 10th in the country. Not sure how that happened. They must be playing a lot of D1 programs or something like that, but we'll get the answers on that when we see them this weekend. Counterattack by the Bears. Ball into the box, and that'll be cleared behind. It'll be a corner kick now for Pikeville with under 9 minutes to go. 37th minute. So a corner kick upcoming for the Bears over on the far side of your screen. Ball into the box. Owls trying to clear. Kerr gets in the way, and it's going to be Pikeville who's called for a foul. Romeo, quick free kick. Canizio trying to find it. It's cleared, but right to Camara. Camara with the ball. Can Bianca get there first? It's going to roll to Hunt, the keeper, and Hunt will make a play on it. Ball bounces at center circle. McDowell trying to make something happen for Pikeville. Over on the far side, it's Cook with the ball. Abden. Cleared by Romeo. Kerr. Make Lopes do something with it, but Ackerman plays it back now. McDowell using all of her energy up trying to get to the ball. Romeo had plenty of time to clear, though. Camara looking for Grange, and that's going to go out of play. A couple of subs coming on for Warren Wilson. Hannah Butcher on for the first time this afternoon. Kerr and Fisher are going to go out. Also coming on is Natalia Castro, the sophomore from Cape Cod. Throw one. Grubb. Now Grange with the ball. Butcher coming from behind. Hannah Butcher forces a bad clear, and now Canizio has it. Canizio, always a threat. Jocelyn Davis is hanging tough with her, though, and Davis able to clear. Heenahan now. McDowell comes from behind. Here's Camara. These teams are battling for the second time in less than a week. It's all Bears, but the Owls are not going quiet here late in this first half. As we go inside the 40th minute, Owls trying to make something happen. There's a ball in. Canizio collide with Hunt, and Hunt is down. So Hunt and Canizio with the tough collision there. Hunt looks like she took the worst of it, but she's okay, which is good news there. The official writing something down. I don't think a card came out, nor should have one. I think it was just a note. Official not ready, so we'll redo the kick here. 5:50 left to play here in the half. That ball by Cook for the Bears. Two Owls are going for it, and that's just not what you want to see. A turnover. Juan now trying to counter. Grange able to recover. Juan keeping it alive. Earp now. McDowell around Heenahan. McDowell leaves it, and it'll be cleared by Ackerman. Another sub for Warren Wilson as well as Pikeville. For the Owls, Canizio is going to come out. Kelsey Lutens is going to come on for her. And coming on for Pikeville is Mackenzie Stewart. Wait, I think that's 20. It's Carmen Coaster. She's going to get a shot now, and it comes right to Oriens, who makes a nice play on it. Hannah Butcher trying to outrun the defense. Butcher gets there first. Grange now. Grubb. And again, the defense is there. That's Cook with the clear. Ball over on the far side of your screen. Abden with another nice move, but Ackerman is there, and Ackerman deflects it out of play. Weaver trying to hold off the attack. Coming over to help Castro. Goes out of play again. A throw from the Bears. 42nd minute. Romeo with the clear, so the Bears will do it again. Pikeville, their best start in program history at 6-1-0. They've got a tough stretch coming up. We'll talk more about that in the second half, but they're going to be playing a couple of top-ranked teams in the NAIA coming up, so still the only loss for the Bears was to Warren Wilson, despite the fact they outshot them last week. The Owls were able to hold off the attack. It's been a different story today so far, though, as it's been all Pikeville. Ball into the box. Coaster tried to get there, and a little bit of extracurriculars there. No cards coming out, just a talking to. And either event, it goes for a goal kick. Carmen Coaster, the junior from Logan, Ohio, 7 goals and 6 assists in her 2+ years. Over on the far side, Coaster trying to get there again, and that'll roll out of play, so Hanahan will throw it in. Minute 40 left to play here in the first half. Throw goes back to Earp. Gibson plays it into the box, cleared by Romeo. Hannah Butcher trying to make a play on it. Bears able to clear, though. Now over on the far side. Abden, ball into the box. And it's cleared again by Warren Wilson. We're going to get another sub coming on for Pikeville. As we go inside the 45th minute, 54 seconds left to play. Abden, ball into the box. Weaver trying to clear. She does. Coming up is Earp. Earp and Grange. Now Sydney Grange wins it. Grange now trying to counter. Good recovery by Cook, though. Good defense, I should say, by Cook. And now good recovery by Earp. But she committed a foul. So a free kick now with under 30 seconds to play. Romeo. Ball into the box. And on a couple of hops, Hunt gets there. And Hunt, that'll probably wrap it up here for the first half. With 10 seconds left to go, Hunt doesn't appear to be in a big hurry. Drop kick lands at center circle with 3 seconds left to go. Camara fires it, and Hunt makes the play, and that's how the first 45 comes to an end. It's been all Pikeville here at Warren Wilson. Pikeville scored in the opening minute. Jasmine Davis on a deflection. Then Davis scored again in the 17th minute. And in the 18th minute, Caitlin Abden netted her 6th of the season as Pikeville leads it 3-0 here at halftime. Well, as I've been telling you or alluding to during the broadcast, had a chance earlier this year to sit down and talk with Owls swimming captain Nick Hoffman. And we're going to head into that interview right now. Then we'll take a break and come back and bring you the second half after this. Hi, everybody watching on Warren Wilson's YouTube channel and or via WarrenWilsonOwls.com. My name's Chris Sheeman. This man is Nick Hoffman, sophomore swimmer for the Warren Wilson Owls. Nick, thanks for giving me some of your time.
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure.
Nick, tell me a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and how you got into swimming.
Well, I grew up in Durham, North Carolina. I've been swimming since I was about 7 years old. My mom was my coach, actually, so that was interesting. And she coached me until my senior year of high school. So I had her for the longest time, and yeah, it's been interesting.
Interesting how. Let's see how far we can dig this hole here.
Well, it's I
Use your words carefully.
um, it's nice having a coach that I can talk to about my swimming all the time. So I would go home and be like, "Hey, how do I work on this?" But it's also kind of weird having a coach who's your parent, because then you feel like when you don't do well, they're more disappointed in you, and it's just. But it was good. We have a good dynamic, so.
Yeah, I remember I played basketball when I was a kid, and one of the kids' dads was the head coach, and it was really awkward at times.
It sometimes was. It was like I could get away with a little bit more than my teammates just because she was my mom, but then when I pushed it too far, it was bad.
The blowback was worse.
Yeah, because I would get it at home.
But she must have done something pretty well because you were able to swim collegiately. What made you choose Warren Wilson?
I chose Warren Wilson based on swimming aspects, based on what I wanted to do with my major and everything. It's a great school for what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I'm a forest management major. I want to be a ranger when I get older. So.
Yeah, I've worked a little bit with the Blue Ridge Parkway, and just talking to those guys, it's so incredible the things that they know.
Oh yeah, it's so much thing. It makes me a little bit nervous about my classes in the future, but I feel like it'll be all right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the swimming season. I know it's going to be a little bit abridged this year, but talk a little bit about what the team's looking forward to.
We're looking forward this season to having a bit of a different dynamic. Instead of doing just pool meets as a regimented schedule, every couple of weeks we're going to do something open water or something not as regimented. So it's going to be great. We are starting earlier. We're starting at the very beginning of September. So we're going to be starting on the 1st and then going until it closes in on the 19th of December, right before winter break. But we're going to do our service and training trip during fall break instead of during winter break this year. So we're doing that, and I'm looking forward to that because it's less of a time commitment.
Right. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the team overall. Any challenges? What you're looking forward to as a team?
The team overall, I think, is going to be pretty good. I don't know what kind of new freshmen we have coming in, new talent. But the people who are still here who haven't graduated, or who didn't graduate last spring, rather, we're a tight-knit group. It'll be good. I can't think of any challenges other than just logistics, but, I'm sure there will be some.
I've got to say, this is the first swimming interview I've ever done, and your legs are hairier than mine are. What's up with that? Aren't you supposed to get the razor out and shave? Look, let's put them up here. There's the gams right there. Get a look, ladies. That's just for you. So,
I guess the thing with shaving is we only really do it at the end of the season at conference. And then it just grows back really fast because it's cold and we need it or something. I don't know.
it's okay. Look, let's just drop it. I'm sorry I brought it up. I will be fired. I will be removed. Nobody will ever see this at the light of day. Nick, I'm going to let you go. I really appreciate it. Thanks for giving me some of your time.
Of course. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for interviewing me.
This is Nick Hoffman, everybody. He's a great sport. Thanks for watching. Hi, everybody watching on.
Welcome back, everybody. Shadows starting to creep onto the pitch as we get past the afternoon and into the evening here in western North Carolina. Started the day off with 78 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Started the second half with Pikeville leading at 3-0. We're at about 76 degrees, so a couple of degree drop, but still very nice as the fall colors starting to creep in here in western North Carolina. Middle of the month will be about the peak, maybe a little bit sooner depending on what this cool down does. Underway here in the second half. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you wherever you're watching from. We certainly do appreciate it. It was all Pikeville in the first half, and we'll see what they have in store for the second, see if the Owls can counter. Owls did have opportunities in that first 45. They just couldn't convert. Where have we heard that story before? It was Pikeville's story the last time these two teams met. So Pikeville making the most of their chances in the first half. That ball goes too far forward for a goal kick to start things off here in the second half. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. And a reminder, our next broadcast is coming up on Saturday. It's a doubleheader. The women will play first against West Virginia Tech at 1 p.m., and then the men at 3 p.m. take on Point. Weaver gets the start here in the second half. She didn't start the match. Heads it there. Ball by Fisher. Looking for Brotherton. Unable to make anything happen, though. Earp trying for the clear. Brotherton is there. Now here's Grubb. Leaving it on the far side for Grange. And again, the defense holds for Pikeville. Well, Warren Wilson had the chance to go to Pikeville last week and pulled off a 3-2 victory. Overall in the series, Warren Wilson has won 4 of the 6. Warren Wilson lost last year here at home, and there was also a tie. Those numbers, by the way, go back to 2008 only. Ball by Abden, and that's cleared by Marissa Romeo. Hayden with the ball. Scott trying to make something happen. And it's cleared again by Marissa. Kayla Scott, 1 goal, 1 assist on the season. What a 4 years she has had so far as she crosses it into the box. And it's flicked. Nice effort by Gibson, but an easy play by Orions. Owls trying to make something happen off of the deflection now. Grubb leaves it on the far side. Brotherton ran out of room. Again, it's Grubb. Camara with the ball. Bounces a couple of times. Hunt picks it up. 48th minute, just underway here in the second half. Hunt getting the start today. Chelsea Schlute, the normal starter, who ranks 18th in the NAIA with a 0.60 goals against average, is not in the lineup. Caitlin Hunt, also a pretty good defender, as she gets to play in front of the net today for the Bears. The Bears looking for win number 7, which would match last year's win total for the season. Pikeville had their best season last year, trying to tie that now this year. And a beautiful ball to Scott, who fires it. Diving save by Orions, and a clear by Georgia Ackerman. Orions has made a couple of highlight reel saves here today. So they're setting up for the corner kick. I thought it would be a throw-in, but it must have went just to the right of the post. Corner kick taken. And it's headed. Orions calls everybody off and makes a play on it. 50th minute. Orions again starting. Claire Williams still out with that concussion. Started having the concussion talk in the first half. You know, the concussion talk, you always hear about it in the NFL, or at least you did hear about it in the NFL before the players started beating their women and children. But before that, there was a lot of talk about concussion in the NFL. It's something that is highlighted in soccer as well. Obviously, there's no helmets in soccer. When you have something like Williams had, as Gibson tries from about 30 yards out, no trouble for Orions there. Here in the 51st minute now, still 3-0. Canizio trying to outrun the defense. Canizio trying to get to the ball, but it got just too far in front of her, and Hunt makes the diving play on it. But you can see, especially the keepers, you know, nobody's got a helmet in soccer. It doesn't have the reputation of being a contact sport, but it's a contact sport, if there ever was one. Good ball into the box. That was delivered, I believe, by Hellwig. Ball was cleared, though, so another throw upcoming. Here's Abden. Abden fires it, but that comes right to Orions, who makes a play on it. Collided with Weaver. Both of those teammates with a friendly hello to one another. Now Orions will drop kick it. Bears winning it back now. Hayden. Play to Gibson. Gibson. And that's going to go out of play. I remember a few years ago I was working at a college in Ohio, and one of the girls suffered a concussion, and she was standing next to me during the broadcast, filming it for her team and complaining about how she felt fine and wanted to play and felt like she could be able to play. But sometimes even if you feel fine, you really have to be cautious. And I think soccer, more than any other sport that has to worry about concussions, does a good job of it, although I know there's a lot on the pro side as the ball's crossed in, but that's going to go short of the post. On the pro side of things, especially during this year's World Cup, I think amongst many soccer people there was hope that the conversation would go a little bit further and a little bit deeper, but at least on the amateur level here in the United States, from what I've seen anyways, it's a tough thing to deal with, and it's frustrating for the players who may feel okay but not be okay. Foul is called, so we're going to get a free kick. Opportunity now for the Owls via the set piece to try to get something going here, down 3-0. Romeo booms it into the box. Goes over everybody's head, and Hunt picks it up. And as I mentioned in the first half, talked to Claire Williams. And she and Kendra came over to yell at me earlier. I say that with love to both of them. But it was good to see Claire looking better and feeling better. And hopefully she'll be able to give it a go on Saturday. That's the real important game, the matchup against West Virginia Tech on Saturday at 1 p.m. As much as the Owls, of course, would like to win this game, he'll take a split against Pikeville. That ball deflected. Ackerman went off of her knee as Caitlin Abden was looking for another. She scored in the 18th minute to make it 3-0. Canizio at center circle plays it back. Sydney Grange. Bears now with it. So we talked about the best start in program history for Pikeville. They're at 6 wins already against just 1 loss, no draws. But the road to hoe is some rough waters for the Bears. The Bears' next game will be Saturday at noon. They'll be at home, but they take on the number 4 team in the NAIA, Cumberland, Tennessee. That's, again, Saturday. Later on, they're going to take on the number 6 team in the nation, Lindsey Wilson. Weaver able to clear that ball. I believe that was Abden with the ball into the box. And ball deflected now. Grubb in a foot race. Jasmine Davis again is there. Davis with the ball. Weaver gets there. Over on the far side, Fonda Heenahan will trace it down. 55th minute. Pikeville in control here in this rematch. So Pikeville with a tougher schedule coming up. They're also going to get into the meat of the Mid-South portion of their schedule as well. Warren Wilson, they actually get to stay at home for a little while. As the Owls, again, I mentioned West Virginia Tech on Saturday. They'll take on Patrick Henry on Tuesday. And then homecoming, Berea comes to town. Berea just welcomed into the USCAA this season, so they will play here on October the 11th. Well, it looks like there's been a shift for the Owls as Romeo has come up into an attacking position. Marissa Romeo, as soon as she gets up to the forward spot, tries to make something happen. So Romeo's moved up. Grubb has moved back to the center back position. Interesting. Owls trying to put their best attacking players forward, I guess. Romeo does have a goal this season, scored that game winner. It was a penalty kick goal. Romeo, for her career, has 10 goals now in 2.5, let's call it, seasons. Maybe a little less than 2.5. Weaver's played well, getting the second half start. Abden, though. Oh, what a move by Abden. Fires it. Diving to make the play is Orions. Ball still alive, though. Jasmine Davis. Here's Abden. Low ball this time, and that's cleared by Grubb. Bears staying with it. Scott. Davis to Scott on the 1-2. Scott's cross. A little bit too strong, and Sydney Grange will hold off the attacking player on the far side and let it go for a goal kick. We're going to get a Warren Wilson sub here as Brotherton will come out. And coming on for the first time is Alex Williams. Heenahan with a ball over on the far side. Nothing really happening. 58th minute. Alex Williams trying to chase down Abden. Abden. Low ball. No trouble for Orions, who steps to her right to make a play on it. Well, folks, don't forget to follow Warren Wilson Athletics on Twitter at WWC Athletics. Anytime there's a delay, we had a 10-minute delay to the start of this game, and anytime there's a delay like that, I will post something on that Twitter handle to keep you folks at home up to date. We were delayed by 10 minutes. The Pikeville bus got stuck trying to make a turn into the Warren Wilson lot. Romeo. Jocelyn Davis and Romeo battling. Sydney Grange now. Grange being hounded. Plays it Canizio. Canizio. That ball deflected. Headed by Camara. Romeo. Volley into the back of the net. Marissa Romeo with her second of the year and her second against Pikeville here in the 59th minute. The Owls get on the board. So the Owls still trailing it, but now some hope and a momentum swing. And how about the call by Stacy Enos and Lydia Vandenberg to move Marissa up to the attacking spot? Pays dividends about 5 minutes after they decide to do it. Micah Dickinson comes in now as Marley Fisher will sit down for Warren Wilson. So Pikeville maybe a little bit on cruise control. allowing the Owls to get a goal. The Owls starting to feel good now, trying to make something happen as Dickinson sees it goes out of play. Hayden will throw. Weaver comes up. Hayden with the ball forward. Backward volley by Bianca goes out of play. Quick throw by the Bears. And Weaver, they say, touched it. So Jasmine Davis will throw it in. Gibson being held off by the defender. Georgia Ackerman clears it. Scott will throw. Abden battling with Camara and deflects it off of Camara for a corner kick. So Abden will take the corner over on the near side of your screen. So Abden to take the corner. We're in the 60th minute. On one hop, Oriens comes up with it. Oriens looking to counter. She's got Romeo over on the far side to Canizio. Canizio couldn't really get her footing on it. Hayden comes up with it. Hayden looking to play it to Abden, but too far forward and out of play. As Abden throws her arms up in disgust. We're going to get another sub for Warren Wilson here as Sydney Grange is going to come out, and it will be Natalia Castro who comes on for her. 61st minute. Canizio got pushed, and that'll give a free kick to the Owls here. So Maureen Grubb will take the free kick. That's going to be cleared by Hayden, so this time it'll be a throw. Weaver will throw it in over near us. Dickinson got pushed down by the defender, Scott. So it'll be a free kick now. And Grubb's going to take the free kick near side of center circle, right by us. Grubb ball into the box. It's headed. Romeo comes up with it on the misplay. And finally it's cleared. Williams. Canizio on the deflection. Canizio. Only two defenders swarm Bianca, and they clear it all the way down the pitch. So Oriens will come up, and Oriens knocks it out of play. Not what she had in mind. It'll be a throw for the Bears now here in the 63rd minute. Ball into the box. Weaver. Abden comes up. And now Oriens comes to her right, makes a diving play before Abden can get there. There hasn't been any breeze at all here today. The air is flat, completely flat. It's been a beautiful day. There's a ball by Earp over on the far side. That's going to go out of play, so it'll be a throw. Heenahan looking to take it quickly. Ball deflected. Camara with the ball. Romeo and Canizio. Canizio gets there first. Bianca fires it on one deflection. It goes back. Hunt couldn't corral it, and it goes behind for a corner kick. Romeo will take the corner kick here in the 64th minute. Romeo looking to go quickly as well here. Ball into the box. Bianca heads it, and it's deflects off the defender into the back of the net. And don't look now, but we have a game on our hands. It was all Pikeville in the first half, and it's been all Warren Wilson here in the second half. 3-2. So Canizio, 64th minute with a goal. And Bianca now has 28 goals in her career and has scored her 5th goal of the season. Well, how things have churned. Abden looking for the counterattack now. Low ball to Scott that Weaver is able to clear. So what looked like Pikeville was going to be able to cruise. And I said it in the first half, the Owls had chances. And one of the great things about watching the Owls over the past year and a half now is there is not a bit of quit in this team. Canizio trying now as she wins the ball back. Castro just lost it. Heenahan trying to keep it alive. It's gotten a lot more physical now, obviously, as the pace is picked up from Warren Wilson. Williams with the ball. That's deflected. Romeo trying to get there first. Hunt comes up and makes a play on it. 65th minute, 3-2. 3 goals in the first half for Pikeville, now 2. So far, the Owls have answered with here in the second. Oh, Romeo just took it away. A lazy ball there by Pikeville. And Scott. Pikeville wins it back, though. Hayden. Good ball. Here's Abden now with some room to roam. Grubb closes quickly, and Abden falls down. No foul called. Owls fans will take that. Scott. Gibson now back to Scott. Here's Abden. She's onside. Abden with the ball. Ackerman clears it behind for a corner kick. So here's an opportunity for the Bears to get one back on the set pieces. Abden walks slowly. 66th minute. Abden, and that goes behind the goalpost. 2 subs are going to come on for Warren Wilson. I'm surprised we haven't seen a change yet for Pikeville. Team looks a little flat right now. Marley Fisher coming back in. Also back out there is Whitney Brotherton. So the Owls with the momentum here in the second half. They still trail, though. But the decision to get Romeo up front has really paid dividends. Well, Pikeville winning it right back there. Jasmine Davis, who has 2 goals today, tied up with Brotherton. And we're going to have a foul called here. And that's going to be on Whitney. So a free kick now. Opportunity to make something happen for Abden again. She blew the corner kick moments ago. This is doable. Good ball into the box, but Oriens is there to make a play on it. Oriens looking for a counterattack now. Quick throw out to Heenahan. Heenahan. And they were playing the advantage. So the late whistle on the foul will give Warren Wilson a free kick. Free kick, Romeo got just a little bit of a head on it. Now a turnover. Canizio comes up with it. Canizio wide left of the post. Still a good effort, as Hunt was not ready. So the defense, especially the back line of Lopes and Jocelyn Davis, the 2 center backs, which were like a rock in the first half, have gotten a little sloppy here in the second. Owls trying to win it back. But the Bears maintaining possession here. Jocelyn Davis with a good play. Ball lands at center circle. And Camara, the midfielder, has played well here this afternoon and now evening. Heenahan trying to head it. Couldn't get enough of it, though, and the Bears maintained possession. So are the Bears waking up here? Romeo comes forward and collides with the defender. Able to get up quickly, though. Weaver. Canizio now. Brotherton fires it, but that's going to come right to Hunt, who makes an easy play on it. 69th minute, 21-15 left to play. What was a Pikeville dominant game has turned into something else as the Owls have come storming back here with 2 goals in the second half. One by Marissa Romeo in the 59th minute. 5 minutes later in the 64th, Bianca Canizio scored. Here's Romeo now. Leaves it for Canizio. A little too far forward, gave the Bears enough time to clear. Jocelyn Davis with the ball down the far side of your screen. Getting there first is Grubb. And Grubb will clear. 2 subs will come on, 1 for each side. I believe it's McDowell coming on for the Bears. Castro's going to come out. Sydney Grange is back on for Wilson. So McDowell, an extra attacking player coming in. And McDowell gets a quick touch as soon as she comes on here. Grange able to get it back, though. Now another turnover. Here's Abden, always a threat. Abden, 2 defenders on her. And now a foul is called just outside of the box. So Abden and Weaver collide. And luckily for the Owls, it was just outside the box, but still an opportunity here for a chippy for the Bears. 71st minute. A 3-woman wall for Wilson with Orions playing to your right. It's chipped. Oh, into the back of the net. What a beautiful free kick by Abden. And not much Orions could have done with that as she was playing to the right. Abden was able to hit it over the wall, and Abden now, Caitlin Abden, with 2 goals on the evening. So Abden up to 7 goals on the season, and the Bears get 1 back here in the 71st. Well, can the Owls rally again? This is going to be a little more difficult with less than 20 minutes to go. Romeo giving it a run is Brotherton. Getting back first is Gibson, and Gibson clears. So the Owls will get a chance here on the throw-in now as Brotherton will throw. And that's going to be cleared out again, so we'll do it again. Another throw, Brotherton. It's deflected, and they have to make sure it doesn't go behind for a corner kick. It's cleared around the center of the pitch now. Weaver will throw it in. Marley Fisher. Fisher with a ball, and a foul is called, and we're going to get a yellow card on Scott. I believe Scott was talked to once before as the yellow comes out here in the 73rd minute. So now it's a free kick for Warren Wilson as they have a chance on a set piece. Romeo's going to take it. And as the Owls fans know, Romeo can score from this distance. Let's call it 35 yards out. Maybe closer to 40. Romeo booms it, but it's short of the post and out of play for a goal kick. 73rd minute now. A lot of action so far in this one. Hannah Butcher comes in for Warren Wilson as Kat Camara will sit down. Hunt with the kick. Romeo tried to make a play on it. Bears win it though. At center circle, Jasmine Davis leaves it for Cook. Cook on the near side. Battling with Bianca, and Canizio is going to be called for a foul. And as Cook stays down. So Cook is down, and the clock will stop now here in the 74th minute. 16:39 left to go in the game, and the good news there is that Cook is up. So Cook will walk it off, and Pikeville will have a free kick now. I think Pikeville was looking for a card to come out there, and Abden getting an explanation on why there wasn't a card. Good job by the officials. The officials have been great in this one, as opposed to what we saw in the Salem game. Free kick, Weaver had a play on it, but the Bears stay with it now. Davis fires it. It's low, and a dribbler that's taken by Orions. Orions on one hop. Jocelyn Davis heads it over to Earp on the far side. Canizio all over the pitch as she tries to win it back. Unfortunately, the Bears stay with it if you're an Owls fan. McDowell trying to make something happen. Heenahan, good play. Canizio, now Romeo. Marissa Romeo with the ball to Hannah Butcher. Butcher. Marley Fisher, almost had Heenahan, but it's cleared, and it was cleared by that tough defense. That was Lopes. 75th minute now. Well, goes back to Earp. Over on the far side, it's the other Davis, Jasmine Davis. Romeo plays it to Butcher. Butcher, it bounces around, and it's won back by the Bears. Abden, nice move by her again. And there's a shot, I believe, that's going to go well wide and out of play for a goal kick. We're going to have a Warren Wilson sub. And while they do that, a reminder, folks, our next broadcast coming up on Saturday. It's a doubleheader. The women take on West Virginia Tech at 1 p.m. The men take on Point at 3 p.m. Both of those, obviously, right here at the soccer field. So if you can't make it to them in person, you can certainly watch those online and keep me company. That ball goes out of play. They say it's off of Butcher. The sub, by the way, was Lutens who came on for Wilson. That goes out of play. Scott tried to save it. Quick throw, Brotherton. And that's headed out by Lopes. Brotherton will step a few yards forward and throw it in again. 76th minute. The Owls had momentum here in the second half, but Abden scored her second goal of the year in the 71st minute and took momentum right back. And now she's got a turnover and a counterattack here. Abden's got more room. She thought about passing, but has all kinds of room. Closing is Grubb. Abden plays it to McDowell. McDowell gets it over and just over the top of the crossbar for Jasmine Davis. Good idea by McDowell to get it to Davis, and Davis just gets it over the crossbar. So Davis almost has a hat trick, and now she's going to come out. And we'll tell you about the sub as soon as I could see the jersey number. It's been a little easier now that the sun has started to set. Pikeville's got those camo numbers. Turnover McDowell now. Here's that's Juan who's come on. So Juan making a play but running out of space. Now Earp keeps it alive. Is she going to keep it on the line? It goes over the line, says the official, so it'll be a throw. Owls are going to sub in another player as well. I don't know if it's going to happen right now or not, though. I thought they stopped it for the sub, but so Weaver's going to come out. Good second half for Weaver on the back line. Played very well. She gives way now to Alex Williams, who returns. 78th minute. Earp with the ball. Ackerman plays it forward. Sydney Grange now looking to pass, and it's deflected out of play. Owls need to get one to start feeling good about themselves again. Like I said, the Owls won't give up. They play until the last second, and that is a reflection of their head coach, Stacy Enos, and their associate head coach, Lydia Vandenberg, who I got to see play professionally this year. I was hired to broadcast her pro team, or semi-pro team, the Carolina Cobras, this summer, and Lydia Vandenberg is one heck of a player, folks. She was fun to watch this summer. Well, that long throw doesn't go anywhere for the Owls, but behind for a goal kick, so the opportunity wasted there for Warren Wilson. That was another scrappy team, speaking of the Cobras. Cobras play in Greer, South Carolina, which is about an hour or so, hour and change south of Warren Wilson. And Vandenberg, who played for the NWSL last year for Chicago, decided to stay home this year. That ball goes into the box, and Hunt will pick it up. Romeo made a charge on it. 80th minute now, 4-2 Pikeville. Pikeville looking for win number 7, which would tie last year's, what I believe, or at least what their website says, is a program best. They're already off to their best starts in program history. So says upikesbears.com. Hopefully I got that right. Throw for the Owls, Romeo. Butcher trying to make something happen with it, but the defense holds again. Nice play by Lopes, who that back line has recovered after allowing those 2 goals. Well, look at McDowell. You know I'm short, and I love those short players. Watching them scrap out there. McDowell's one of those players. She's got capabilities, no doubt. The freshman from Grayson, Kentucky. Forces Ackerman the clear there. 81st minute. Throw by Scott. And McDowell's going to try to chase it down. Ackerman clears it behind. Another corner kick upcoming. So corner kick time for the Bears as Abden will take it again. Caitlin Abden. Came in with 5 goals on the season, has 2 today, takes the corner. Opportunity for Juan there. Now has to play it over to the far side. And I believe that's number 3, Ruiz, maybe over on the far side. Romeo trying for the counterattack, but Cook is there. Romeo looking for another turnover, gets it. Luton's. But again, the defense holds. Jocelyn Davis again with a nice play here in the 82nd minute. And that's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw for the Bears. Over on the far side, it's Juan, and Juan plays it too far forward, and that goes out of play. So quick throw for the Owls, and just like that, the Owls give it back. So we trade throws over on the far side as Juan will throw it in. We're going to get another sub. Cook comes off. And 20-something came on. We'll try to figure out who that is. I'm telling you right now, folks, if Pikeville comes here next year and I'm doing this game again, I will pay them. And I want everybody at the University of Pikeville to listen to me. I will write you a check right now to get some different jerseys. Just let me know how much it costs. 83rd minute now, and the Owls make a mistake and give up another corner kick. So Abden again will take it. It bounces, trying to run it down. Over on the far side is Scott, plays it back to, wow, a booming kick and a play made by Orions. I believe that's Erica Adams, number 28, who made that booming kick. Adams is listed as a defender, and it looks like it can't be 20, so it's got to be either 28 or 20, I don't know. Over on the far side, Grange plays it in. Here's an opportunity. Fisher. Oh, Fisher, too much on it. So that goes out of play. 84th minute, maybe the best chance for the Owls in a while. Well, Bianca Canizio hasn't been out there for some time, and I'm not sure why she left the pitch. She's sitting on the bench, so I don't think it's anything injury related. At least you hope not, but nevertheless, she's not out there right now, and she hasn't been for some time. Over on the far side, the ball to Juan for the Bears. 85th minute. Good defense by Grubb. Grubb now. Long ball looking for a counterattack here. Marissa Romeo, Hannah Butcher, both running down the pitch. But winning it back again is Jocelyn Davis. Good ball to McDowell now. McDowell in the box. McDowell leaves it beautifully. And the shot taken by Abden, but a diving save made by Orions. Boy, that was a beautiful ball by McDowell. I don't know how she saw Abden running. 85th minute now. 5:05 left to go. Ball crossed into the box. Fisher with a header out of it. Abden comes up, though, and wins it again. Abden with the ball to Scott. And Scott with the Brotherton with the turnover. Brotherton. Ball down the near side. Butcher trying to keep it in play. She does. In a race with Adams. It's Butcher and Adams wins it. Abden. Marley Fisher now. Marley Fisher looking to play it forward. Owls have to get going now. So it looked like the Owls were going to be able to rally in this one. It was 3-0 at the half. Owls came storming back in the 59th minute. Romeo scored her second of the season. In the 64th, Canizio scored. But Pikeville answered with another goal in the 71st. And now here's Juan into the box, a collision, and it's cleared behind for another quarter kick for the Bears. And we haven't seen Bianca Canizio in some time. Again, she looks okay. I can see her over on the bench, so hopefully it's just getting her some rest and seeing what some of the other players can do. So the corner kick upcoming. Abden again will take it. This one's low, and it goes outside the box. Ackerman deflects. Now Romeo with a clear. 87th minute, 3:25 to go. Now Romeo. Sidney Grange over on the far side. Jocelyn Davis is there first, though, and Davis, again, able to make a play. Ball into the box. Coming up, Oriens had trouble, but able to pick it up. Alex Williams holding off McDowell as best she could. Earp on the far side. Juan. Here's Abden again. Abden, just a little flick. I think she wanted to get that ball up a little more, but Oriens makes the play. 88th minute now, 2:35 left to go. And it appears as if Warren Wilson is headed for a 3-4 record. And Pikeville will tie their win total from last year. And how about the job Gary Warford has done turning around this program? Best start in program history is likely to continue here. Offside flag is up as McDowell was offside. Pikeville's going to send in the farm here coming up. They're going to send in a bunch of new players with 2:02 left to go. Grubb will take it at center circle. No trouble for the defense there. That was Scott. McDowell. Abden looking to get the pass. Heenahan on her and forced Abden into a chip shot. No trouble for Oriens there. So Pikeville will go to 7-1, barring a miracle. The Owls will go to 3-4. A chance to get their first home win will come on Saturday against West Virginia Tech, an important USCAA showdown. As I mentioned, they're both in the top 20 in the first coaches poll that came out last Friday. We'll see what the update is. Now here's Brotherton. Brotherton with an opportunity. Tried to get it into the box. The defender, Adams, on the near side, though. Good defense as it rolled back to the keeper, Hunt. Under a minute to go now, 90th minute. 55 seconds left to go. And the counterattack is on. It's 2-on-none. Ackerman tries to close, and the ball is put into the back of the net, and that, I believe, is Mackenzie Stewart. Hang on, let's check the numbers here. Correction, that's 20. That's Carmen Coaster. So Coaster, the Buckeye, scores here in the 90th minute to put an exclamation point on this one for Pikeville. So Pikeville will win their 7th of the year. Obviously, the Owls were going forward, trying to get that third goal. And when you do that, that's unfortunately what can happen, the counterattack. So the Owls still in good position, though. A couple of winnable games coming up here against West Virginia Tech, and then Patrick Henry Community College comes to town next Tuesday. So the Owls will be busy. Meanwhile, we've given Gary Warford a lot of praise after I had a little fun with him at the beginning of the broadcast. Hopefully he hears this part, not the first part. 7 seconds left to go. The ball is cleared, and that will do it. Pikeville improves to 7-1, and the two teams split the season series as the Owls fall to 3-4 today, losing 5-2 to the Pikeville Bears. So Pikeville, the road gets tougher now. Best start in program history, but they have a big challenge on Saturday. They'll return home to take on the number 4 team in the NAIA, Cumberland out of Tennessee. Meanwhile, for Warren Wilson, they will take on West Virginia Tech here on Saturday, and they will also take on Patrick Henry then on Tuesday. Saturday's game is at 1 o'clock, and it's the start of our doubleheader for Owls soccer. Saturday at 1, Owls taking on the Golden Bears of West Virginia Tech, and then the men take on the Point Skyhawks at 3 p.m. That's going to wrap it up for us here at Warren Wilson. My name's Chris Sheeman. Glad you could be with us here today, folks, and we'll talk to you again on Saturday.